Welcome back, part 2 of the water project. Well, when I let you go last time, I found the problem, and I'll show you right here. And that's what's happening on Ranching Sodak. So, when I built that tank years ago, broke my own rule, and I must have put a poor, like a cheap brass, fake brass fitting in there. How can we see this? Anyways, do you see these pits right here? Can you see those pits? That was the problem. Pitted it up. Once the water starts going by there, then it just slowly eats it up, even brass. And that, I cut it with a grinder to see, and that's brass all the way through, but it's like a pressed brass, not a forged one, because it's got a funny little nut on here. So we gotta go to town, get a new fitting. Gonna go to the gravel pit, because I think there's some trucks running. I think we can get some dry clay, is my hope. So anyway, stay tuned. We're in town, gonna head into Myers here, Hardware Hank, and we'll see if we can't find one of these bad boys. Come along. She says, do you know the size, or we gotta just look for one that looks the right size?
Well, I can get numbers if you would tell me, so.
All right, we got the go-ahead from the plumber. Stainless steel, high quality stuff, he said, so we're good to go. We're gonna go to the gravel pit now. It's not the pit we normally go to, it's the one closer to town here. And I wanna see if there's any action. He had a massive pile of clay this fall. There's some big road projects going within like 100 miles of here, and there's been trucks leaving, so we'll go see if there's some fill we can get, fill up our hole. We'll have to fire up the old brown dump truck too. We're gonna get everything involved in this project. Perfect. So last night I put this pipe in PVC to try to get it straight because it was really curved. And I hung a chair on there for my weight, so it looks like it worked. We'll get this off. Oh yeah. She actually is gonna stay nice and straight now. And then we'll put this on there. That's gonna go in there, 2-hose clamp, and then we'll just tape that up and thread it in when we get down in the hole. Should be good to go. Striking out on the dirt right now. We're getting close though. I might have some leads on how to get some dirt, but all right, let's do this. Your little torch, warm that black pipe up just a little bit, and then a block of wood, hammer, 2 hose clamps. I put the hose clamps on one way, one the other. I don't know if that means anything, but that's what an old plumber told me years ago. So that's what I do. Oh boy, that slipped right in there, Matt. I think the theory is on them, the hose clamps, is this one might be pulling more this way when you're tightening, and this one might be pulling more that way when you're tightening it. Put a full squeeze on it, but it's pretty easy to do, so I just do it. Get some Teflon, and I think we're ready to go over there, put this puppy back on. Then we might have to go see if we can get that truck started. I'm gonna bring all my mud gear back. I have to suit up with this once I have to get down in the hole. The other thing with that dirt is, what I can do is go move some bales off of a spot, a line of bales say. The ground shouldn't be frozen underneath there. And I could take the backhoe and dig a borrow hole to get some dry dirt, and then I'll be left with a hole somewhere. Isn't the worst thing, but that's an option if I can't find a pit or somebody that's willing to scratch a little bit up there. We'll hope for that first. Oh, my phone's ringing right now. Hello, this is Matt. Yikes. So all that seep water that was in the sides or in the ground actually come back to this hole. So we're gonna have to either pump that out or scoop it out with the backhoe. Probably try to scoop out of this side if I can get this thing to start. This all got pretty hard. A real mess. Definitely gonna need to jump start this thing. Oh, not going so good so far today.
Gotta jump the Ford here with the Ford. The temperature today is deceiving. It's 28, but it's really windy, so it's very cold outside. Matt is suiting up in his yesterday muddy gear. Get back at it, the water project. The change in temp definitely makes things more interesting around here.
We need the NOCO boost plus and a little go-go juice for the backhoe. I don't know, it's warming up pretty fast. 36 right now, so the engine and all the cold parts of the backhoe are still a little nippy. Engines don't feel wind, did you know that? Just the sassy ones. This is where I say I'm a paid sponsor for these guys. I paid to buy it, now I'm gonna use it. Try to anyway. She's gonna go take that garden hose back home, put it in the garage, warm it up, or grab another one. I'm gonna grab the bucket on the skid steer and start breaking up this pile of stuff and see if I can't loosen it all up. Maybe squirt out a little bit more juice out of her, and then we'll start pumping this hole out. No go on the maroon one, huh? Well, I got all this stuff cleaned up and I made a kind of a narrow windrow, hoping that maybe as it warms up, some of that moisture will kind of wick away. I don't know, it's kind of wishful thinking, but it is, I did handle it, got it out of the slop area. We're gonna put the pump down in here now, and now at least we can get the garden hose to run down here and not get on our dirt. She's pumping. I don't know how much dirt we're gonna end up getting in there, but we'll see. Give her a shot, try to pump this down. We could have got a bucket to put in there, but well, we've been pumping for a while. I don't know, it's kind of slow. My sump pump is bypassing and leaking down there, but it is still pumping, dribbling. Pretty crazy. I'll show you the solar pickup. That's 110, the pump, of course. With the sun out today, she's making power. It's not taking any juice at all. I mean, it's making it as fast as we use it. But I got a huge solar array. It says my batteries are 99% full, kicking out 69 volts off the panel. Let's see what it says here for kilowatts. 525 watts she's pumping out currently. 615 kilowatts hours. Now it's 68 volts. You can see it kind of goes back and forth. And this baby is pumping out 117 volts, 27 volts on the battery and 117 volts going to the pump. Once the electric motors get started, you know, the start is where they take all their amps and juice. Once they get rolling, to keep them spinning, they're pretty efficient. Pull her up, grab the cord too. The little pump that could. I'm gonna get down in there now and she's gonna have to hand me some stuff. I think I had it right the first time. Ladder loose, and then we gotta dig a little bit for where the pull me 1, 2, 3.
status, Matty?
This riser has gotten deeper each time I've done this. So 2 foot on the inside, and let's take the backhoe back. I did find some rock. We could get to the pit after dinner, and he thought he could scoop me up some 1.5 inch rock. Be the only thing that wasn't frozen. So I might go do that. It wouldn't hurt to have that here anyway. It sunk down quite a bit there from settling and or running over, and right there too. Now we got to rescue mission that old truck up there. See if we can get her to come alive for a late January dirt project. Poor old thing. She thought she had the winter off. Oh boy. Heads up. 4 low is not the answer, sass.
Or lady for L8. Lady.
You don't want all that torque. All right, we're gonna jump her. Put the jumps on her. Actually, the boost pack. So what's this game called again? Will it crank? Oh, there's life. You run the glow plugs? Oh boy.
Is that this attempt at starting?
It's on now. Before it was doing that. Now it just shows that. I don't know what. You never did read the instructions, did you? I don't know how long you're supposed to wait.
On that booster? Less than a minute. Why does it do that?
You go wiggle it and I'll try it over here.
Come on, Lola.
Are kind of wild. I don't really understand. Maybe we just weren't waiting long enough.
Come on, Lola.
Saddle up, boys and girls. We'll meet you down at the old pit and see what we can scratch up. I told they might take anything, gravel or rock or whatever we could get. Go check her out. Well, this pit's like 8 miles away from our house, and I see the payloader tracks are going down this trail, so we might be in business. We'll see if he can find any product that's not froze solid. I don't usually come to this pit because you got to go down the state highway a couple miles, where that other one, you know, we can just go on the gravel and stay out of kind of in the cover of darkness during the daytime, you know what I mean? Now you have to be on the state highway for a little bit, but I'm legal. I'm all legal here. Oh, I see him scratching a little bit there. We'll see what he's finding. He actually got into the gravel, so that's awesome. He's gonna get us a whole freaking scoop of gravel. I actually told him I'd take full load, so I think he's gonna give me basically 12 ton or whatever. That's awesome. Totally awesome. Get another little jag and we got her. He might have to do a little business down here next year. All right, and just like that, we're back on site, boys, with a full load of gravel. Where do you want to mount up? I think you gotta hand it to the old girl. Waking up the end of January, haul 1 load of gravel, buried in snow with dead batteries. Pretty good old girl. Let's go tuck her back away and we will come back and start leveling this off. Do a little epic time lapsing here of gravel leveling. We decided she's gonna go get a semi tire from the silage pile, and I think we can set a semi tire around there to give us another 6 inches of height off our riser. That'll keep the gravel from falling up against there. And then I think it'll be, that riser has sunk down. Every time we dig it up, we get it a little deeper. You guys just as well ride with me. Hang on. I like the looks of that. There's what she looks like now. We were able to tuck this underneath in there so it's safe. So now we got to flip all this conveyor belting over top of everything. Once we get that flipped over, then we'll slide the tank over top of everything. Then we can level it a little bit by just stuffing gravel underneath the spots that need to be raised, and then it'll sift down underneath because these are just, there's a crack in all this, so it'll sift its way down, and we might have to adjust it again next summer too. Not a panic. So let's do that. Let's start flipping this conveyor belt over.
Should be awful close, but it's hard to.
Looks like you need to push the tank a little bit this way.
Tank is set, folks. Yahoo! Got the mat down. Tank set. Now for the local MacGruber. I mean MacGyver. To
Quick,
hook things
20
up.
seconds, MacGruber.
Right now, Groovy.
MacGruber!
Pick up the water, Captain.
Comment in the comments if you've watched MacGruber on Saturday Night Live. Quick, hand me them bubble gums. 20 seconds, MacGruber.
10 seconds, MacGruber!
Okay, Vicky, hand me that Allen wrench.
You got it, MacGruber!
Okay, I'm gonna have to shut this off for you to get your work done.
This was the temporary plug last night. I made my... You saw that PVC pipe when we hooked it to the curb stop, and I make a wrench. This is a 1-inch tubing with a little slot at the bottom, and that'll just stay in there. And then I could put a T-handle on there, but I just take a vice grips and I can just turn that thing on. I took my float off because these have a little screen right there, and you're gonna want to let this run for a little bit to clean any junk or dirt and rust or pieces of pipe from our working. So let's turn it on and see.
It's like chocolate milk. Not too long though.
I have the curb stop up there is just cracked, so we'll go up and turn that on. Lid time. Yes, we're airborne. Should probably get closer to the action. That side has to be passed. That's what we need to do. So I need to hit this pole, bumper it up, and then I need to get that one across, or I need to go on that side and then come back.
I would do that because we're more worried about that wire.
Passions ran high with the crane operator, huh? What? Don't. Did he or not? Did the passions run high with the crane operator? Yes or no? Answer the question. Answer the questions.
Absolutely. It's not fashion though.
What is it? Starts with an A?
Lack of verbal control.
Oh yeah? Sounds like I had plenty of verbal control. I was full of verbal, I know that. Nice work, girl. Alrighty, we got these screws on, or the chains screwed on. That's holding her up. We gotta buzz these equipment out of here now. I don't think I need to feed anything today. I think we'll be fine. So anyways, clean up some stuff. Thanks for tuning in, folk. Water's gonna be working good.
Yeah, praise the Lord. Nice weather. Gravel.
I was thinking about that.
Shout out to Tony.
Yeah, that was good. When we have struggles in life like this, they're not really that big a deal. And we should be thankful that we have our brain and our physical ability to deal with it.
And all the equipment you have.
And the equipment, that's a materialistic things, but it's like, think of the people that would love to have a problem and be able to fix it. So that one's for you guys. Anyways, thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you on the next one. Peace.
Peace.